I'm Emma Roper.
And I am Hannah Matheson.
In this evaluation question, we will be evaluating the different elements that we have learnt about the technologies from the process of constructing this media product.
The film that we have created together is a 2-minute opening sequence to A Moment's Distraction, to which the certificate is a 15, with the target audience of 15 to 40-year-olds, male and female.
To start with, the main technologies we used was the blogging format, Tumblr. Our work was divided into 5 different sections: preliminary, research, planning, construction and evaluation. With Tumblr, we had the flexibility to go back to the posts and edit them, which meant that we could adapt our posts and make them even better.
At the start of the project, with our preliminary task, we had our first attempts at planning, filming a scene and evaluating our work. We did make some mistakes with it, as it was our first time doing something like this. An example of this is that we didn't have much to portray the narrative. From this, when planning our opening sequence, we spent more time on developing the narrative and the dialogue used. The shots and angles used in the preliminary task were simple and didn't show our skills enough, so when filming our opening sequence, we adapted the shots to engage the audience more into the narrative. This included a low-angle mid-shot of Alice opening the car boot.
The camera we used was slightly different the second time round when we filmed. For our opening sequence, we used the Nikon D3200 camera, a HD 1080p with a clear picture. With this, we added a polarization filter. This cuts out any glare, saturates colour and improves sky quality.
To aid us with filming, we used the Slick Able 300DX, which provided stabilisation to our shots, making them more professional. Democratisation has allowed us to do this, as without digital, we wouldn't have been able to produce the type of film that we did. Another addition to help us to receive the perfect lighting quality was the twin-head LED sight lamp. The artificial lighting meant that the audience could see the characters, their facial expression and the movements well.
Along with good lighting, we wanted to have clear audio sound to go with our sequence. We used an external mic which we attached to the camera and expanded the range of sound. This would have given us a clear, quality sound, however the mic was very bad and produced a humming sound. Therefore we had to find a way to reduce this.
A way of doing this was through using iMovie. To reduce the hum was by reducing the background noise to 44% and using the hum reduction equalizer. iMovie is an editing software which we use to edit our opening sequences. It was much better than using Final Cut Pro software that we used in our preliminary task. To show a flashback, we used a slow-mo effect. This is commonly used in major films. Also, to this, we added a slight sepia filter to enhance this.
We also used live text for our titles, but it proved difficult even after watching lots of how-to videos. Live text is a software program which helped me to create the text for my opening. I felt that it achieved the specific look that I wanted. Without democratisation, we wouldn't have been able to do any of this, as we wouldn't have the software readily available as we do.
Another factor of iMovie was using the colour correction. Some of the clips in the certain scenes were different colours. By adjusting the lighting, shadows, hue and saturation, we could match the clips together, meaning that all the clips flowed nicely. This wouldn't have been done so easily in Final Cut, as the software wasn't as up to date as iMovie.
The non-diegetic sound that we used was Medusa, Super Stagger, Drone Dark Suspense, Better Days and Of Eliza Dream. We used non-diegetic sound after evaluating lots of different opening sequences and realising that sound was a key element to portraying the narrative. We used Google to source our sound by using royalty-free music. This meant that YouTube wouldn't take our video down. We also distributed our opening sequence on YouTube.
To conclude, we have learnt a range of different skills that we have developed and used throughout the process of planning, construction and evaluating. With this, we got to use all different types of software and decide which ones were right for us and suited our needs as best as they could do.